Hello. So I cannot believe myself. There was a time when I was not greedy, and even though after having this asshole father, Farah Sajwani, Ali Sajwani, God give them what they tried to give do with my mother, their father, Abdul, asshole. I can't believe myself, that I used to give back the things to this Abdul Hussain, that I don't need your stuff that you bring. And 1986, he had gotten married to this dancer. She came out with the bells on her legs. So I thought that I should should earn my own money and bring up help my family. This person has done so much against my mother. First his family, his mother, his sister. So I should work. And then came that ex-friend later on in Center for Advanced Studies, and she was all the time giving, I want to work and I want to contribute this, and I should have worked when I found out that first in Singapore, my mother was in tears. He brought my mother down unnecessarily, putting false things on my mother. Because you see, he was good friends with one of his family member community. He didn't like that. So he was like a brother, Ali Raza uncle, Muhammad Jawad Darwish's son. I don't know, this family is so horrid. And then they think of Imam Hussain, Shaheed, and giving all his money away, and he was discouraging me like I could not. I felt crippled. Thereafter, after I had so much energy and strength, but after what he did to my mother, and when it got married, Iqbal told Homa, his wife, and his sister-in-laws that my father is married in Singapore, Iqbal Sajwani. So this is how they shouted outside my house on my birthday. These kind of like jungly people with no shame, shameless, telling the people there on my birthday, God knows what, don't play dole, don't do this. Miss Disa was waiting, and I didn't know what was happening. We were waiting actually for them to sing on my birthday, and Iqbal Sajwani is a very cruel man. He wouldn't allow me to have food, even snacks, bring chips in the packet in London House, upstairs in the lounge. I got sick and tired of his fastidious rules and such unreasonable rules. So the thing is that, unbelievable stuff that their children, they've got UAE which can protect such people. UAE has given them everything: protection, safety, money. So at one time I wanted to work when I found out that first time I found out when we, in 1986 for sure that my father has gotten married to this woman, found out and saw her, actually spoke to her. So I thought I should work really, and I asked him to leave us, but he wouldn't leave because now the house that was his mother's, my mother said that you give me this house. So that's why the house was there and he was after the house. These people are really conjuice, they're misers. They would not leave anything of theirs. So the money, I wanted to tell my mother, but she rightfully deserved this house. Because equity in UK common law intervenes. But I wanted to throw everything like on his face, his money, the things he used to bring later on. He hit me because of his mother and sister insulting me about my jeans, wearing one jeans. So when I started to wear clothes and all, then they couldn't take it. And all this, Huma couldn't take it, Iqbal's wife, that I'm buying all these clothes. For the whole year I was in Karachi American School, there was no uniform for Karachi American School. I had to buy shorts, I had to buy trousers, some dresses. So they couldn't take it. Huma, Iqbal's wife. Why she ransacked my whole luggage. And she even told me that she did it. She wanted to see what I had bought so she could buy for her sister, Shahnaz. And I can't believe it that, here, when you're weak, they did something to me after slowly trying to do black magic on me, spoil my health, disturb me. This is what Abdul Hussain Mohsin Jawad Sajwani wanted. That's why he purposely brought this phone which traced the number you dial and it comes on the screen. There was a screen there, this phone in 1986 he brought. So he purposely in Ramadan, what he would do is he would come back and he would want to fast, right? So he would take a shower and he would show this to me and my mother. But what happened is I caught him and he purposely was talking on the phone in 1986 with a woman. Late, like when I was awake, and he would come and he would give her a call. He would see I'm awake. And then once I picked up the phone, that's what he wanted, that I could overhear and I would get disturbed. Because in childhood, he knows that I told him to promise me. He breaks promises. He doesn't keep any promise. Never kept a promise. Abdul Hussain Mohsin Jawad Sajwani. He lies, swears and lies and says bad words, and whether his daughter, we were in front of him. He says words like banchod. He says words like bosri jo. and we were told not to talk here in Dubai airport in our Khoja Sindhi. So hide that we are originally Khoja Sindhis, Khoja Muscati. So hide that original that we are from. But my grandfather, I was told, was from Sharjah. Great grandfather. And so, but here we were told not to talk in because we could get into trouble, or they would check our passport twice at the airport and never outside, or even in London. I would talk to him at the airport, he would stop me. Like he would start talking in English, don't talk in Urdu, or don't talk. I mean, I would never talk to him in Urdu, but Khoja Muscati, Khoja Sindhi. My mother is was Khoja Sindhi. So they would hide this. And so they become liars. And I'm surprised that they made me so weak. He did something in 1986. Was even my uncle Raza said that your health is bad due to your father's thing. So your father's marriages and all. So in my childhood, I told him to promise me to never get married again to another. And he promised me and all this, but it doesn't really mean anything to them. They lied through and through. They've lied. And so it surprises me, and the Imam Hussein's followers. At least when I used to say I would live with less, I mean, I was ready to leave everything for the honest living life and a truthful, like loyal husband who would be with my mother and give her time and love her. But I think he put it on my mother. These people, he tried to wreck my health conditions after. They're just very cruel people. And so it's not surprising what he could do against my principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar. And even my principal cannot stop me right now to bring this out. So I thought I couldn't go out of my way. He used to it was his, the presence, like this, it's the environment, like Iqbal Sajwani would say, don't look, we're not looking for trouble. Like they wouldn't go out of their way for anybody to save, only their own children they would earn for and secure their children's futures, especially the children they like. And also, so he tried to, Abdul Hassan Mohsen Jawad Sajwani got me really disturbed after separating me in Karachi American School. So he would get my mother disturbed. Someone told me that once he sees something, he never forgives the person. He never forgives. And he's a hypocrite. in that other house. So he was like some other person. He's got double personalities and all, which I could not make out. And he spoiled my health, but I was so weak, like I couldn't work. I couldn't even go to uh, the new school in Karachi, a local school. It took me a year or so, and I was so depressed that I couldn't work properly. I was very disturbed, and since childhood, they've tried to make me very disturbed. His mother and Zakia, his sister, they're shamelessly cruel. It doesn't really affect. Like they're going on, and God has given them his brothers, his favorite brother Iqbal, driving his Jaguar and sharing everything in the house. Like he was the boss of the house. And so spoiled bachelor who wouldn't get married, have affair with Daulat, my mother's sister, and didn't even like a person who, uh, like think of, I don't know how they believe in, how they are Shia Muslims. I really, it boggles my mind. Surprising when you come to think about it. They would go, if they want anything from Imam Hussain, of course they would go and ask, okay, uh, don't shout in this thing, don't do matam, like moderate. Iqbal Sajwani thinks he's so cool. He's a really, really cool guy, moderate person, right? You would think such a decent, down to earth, not down to earth, like so. They're so, in ways like Iqbal Sajwani, you would say, he's such a decent man. They used to snub my mother's brothers when they would come to Dubai. In Karachi, when they would come to Karachi, my mother's brothers and would take really good care, give them company, take good care of them. Like now Raju would do with Sadiq. When I called them for Sadiq Sajwani. So, but Sadiq Sajwani did not snub Raju, my mother's, my second cousin, my mother's cousin's son. At least they were always friends, and if they came to Dubai, they went out and together and all. But Iqbal and Ali Sajwani used to snub, like they didn't have time to talk to my. They were just from a distance. If they saw, uh, they would try to ignore, but at least my mother's, like they would believe that they would give them some company, or like they would be like drivers and giving them company in Karachi. Even Iqbal Sajwani did this, using my. Okay, they would come there to Karachi and were like very good, hospitable, like, uh, and they think there's some white white people, the Englishmen, साहब जी आपको क्या चाहिए ये अच्छा इधर लेके जाना है हाँ we'll take you to this place and that place and then drop you there and here and giving them company when they didn't have anyone in Karachi, when they used to come for a little while short. Now they have made lots of friends, and so Then when my mother's brothers, very hospitable towards them in Karachi. And then when they would come to Dubai, these people, they would try to ignore them, walk away, just if they waved, hello Iqbal, they would just wave and coldly and try to, they know how to avoid people, they would walk away. Then come back to, they would go to Karachi and again very friendly and at my mother's brothers were at their beck and call, very friendly, down to earth, you would say, you know. And again, they would come to Dubai, and again, the same kind of arrogance in Iqbal and Ali Sajwani. So, and all this, and they, Iqbal Sajwani didn't even think of, like, Qasim, like, I think the poor, innocent, truly innocent, simple people get trampled upon in life. And these people, they look, Iqbal Sajwani looks very decent, but he is a snob. He snubbed my mother's brothers when they came to Dubai. And I've seen it, like when he would come to Karachi, if he needed, like he would talk very nicely with me. And during that time when Huma and him had come to the new house, right? Give him my mousse and this. So he asked me for, and then all of a sudden they turned cold. So this is what my mother was saying, no matter how much you love them, nothing can change them. They will always be prejudiced, biased, and whom they don't like, no matter you get down on their feet and say, please forgive us, what have we done to you? So, like, I was coming to Dubai. Now, I wasn't misbehaving with my grandmother, Papa. Many times I came for my passport renewal. I didn't misbehave. All of a sudden, Fuad Sajwani's one son came back from Seattle, started to give me such things against my father that he just blew me up. He just, I was those days depressed. I was going to two therapists in Karachi. I needed to talk to my therapist on the phone, and here, miser, I was scared to use the. So once I did, and they said, you know how much money it costs through landline, through the house line. My grandmother downstairs, who lived downstairs, Papa Sajwani, through telephone line. So I had to go out at times if I wanted to call my therapist in Karachi, make an international call. So I would go to this, they had this now Jumeirah Center near even walking distance. But we would at least if the driver was there, he would take us to this Jumeirah Center. We could walk. I could walk to Jumeirah Center. It's like a mall, a small center, and it's a center. And I would go and use the telephone booths there in the center to call. So it was I was very scared to use their things, their telephone. Once I even told, I couldn't help it, I had to call my therapist to Karachi. I had to call her from Dubai. So I told this Fuad Sajwani, I said, how much does it cost? I will pay for the, at least, pay for the international call from your mother's house I'm calling and her phone. Let me pay. I'll give you the money. He said, no, it's okay. This that, because when we would go upstairs I would go upstairs to eat and feeling hungry here, you would say, come, you have come, and I know his taunting, insulting way. It's not like, well, good, you've come up to have dinner with us or lunch with us. Not like that. It's like, come, you've come to have eat with us, like that taunting. Then taunting, you people don't come here, and you and your mother, like we've separated, and that he has to do all the work, and we have separated him from his brother and the brother from his mother, and taunting like that, like, you people don't come, you and your mother. And so it's surprising how weak I've become. God has like life, and God has given them everything and made me so weak that I am dependent on. I've come here. I thought that not because of. I thought that the principal and that the principal told me, you go to Dubai, I will come. Or you work there, or you have an apartment there. She would come, and because her sister is here. And then I saw a Shafiqa Fikri, not Miss Shafiqa Fikri, but a Shafiqa Fikri, young lady's picture on Facebook. And she had His Highness Sheikh Muhammad's picture on her Facebook profile. So that gave me some, like, otherwise I don't like taking help from people, or, if I would have never appealed to any sheikh or gone so far as to even on Facebook talk like this, if it had not been for my case and especially the principal's case, Mrs. Munira Gulzar. And I would never have even, I'm chup-chap say, this is what I was saying in St. Joseph's College to myself. At home I was feeling so tired. I was saying, I wish I could just pass away, die. It's like, without troubling anyone, without even telling people. I used to hide my energy that was leaving me. It's like inside, what is happening to myself? But I never spoke about my health condition to my cousins who used to come over a lot and take me out at times. That was when I was in St. Joseph's College. I would hide my tiredness. I'm the kind of person, I can't believe what sin did my mother and I do that we are paying for it. And but they are Fatima Papa's sons. They're very, very optimistic, positive. Sapa Sajwani, they love life. They have a lot of drive for. And if one wife is like a little lethargic, like, throw her away. Just, leave her. Go and do mutta, temporary marriages. There are so many women out there. So here I see that they're very optimistic, very positive, and they love life, and they're like Qasim uncle, Daulat's husband, poor husband, trampled upon. Iqbal would not give two thoughts about, like, you know, that husband. He's got two sons. They've got two sons. Bichara, he's taking care of the two sons. His wife may not have liked, okay, whatever the thing was, but at least think, I would, like, I don't want to boast about myself, but like, what have we done? I tried to keep the person I've loved. He has not touched me or kissed me in London like that, in that way, in a friendly manner, hugging everyone. And Naz Hamid, my brother from Kuwait, was there, half Pakistani, half Kuwaiti, from his father's side, but so we say he's Kuwaiti. He's never been to Pakistan, he told me. Anita, and also we were affectionate people. We used to hug each other, but apart from that, no touching in that sense, romantically, holding hands or like that. No romance. Hassad Khan, whom I liked, and we were. I thought I was going to go out with this Pathan, like get married to him later after knowing him. But this man betrayed me, and so he went out with Michaela. Never did once we didn't have any romantic moments or anything like that together for 1 second even. It was like a very friendly, in a friendship manner. He met me and so I met him, like that. And I would discourage, like I would think, I found out that he was disowned by his parents. I was like, no, so I don't know how these people are going up, and I can see the optimism here. Like they have the money, and the sheikhs care for their land, their people very much, and they love them. And so this is the optimism they have and the positivity. So this is where they have gotten it from, or their mother was also like this. Fatima, my Abdul Hussain Mohsen, oh my God. So these people, even the wicked people, they have this love for life, and they will not give up. So soon, like, let us pass away, or let us sacrifice, let us keep quiet here. Like that, if... so what happened is, I really liked the Kilona movie where the Barbie doesn't say anything about her sister-in-law going out with someone. Like, you sacrifice, you keep quiet to... the best consolation is that we didn't hurt anyone. But this Abdul Hussain, asshole, killed Gulf Air crash. I have to expose it's too much now. I'm going to, I want the world to know this. But world, how would the world know this? Who will help? So there's such hypocrisy and criminal. Excuse me. It will take a lifetime. See, one thing I say and another thing I cannot say. Complete my sentences. So you can't always keep, like, I think that, no, I don't think it's coming to me. So it's coming to me about Abdul Hussain Mohsen Jawad Sajwani, why he wanted to break me, and because Anju came to Singapore in the flat, and I didn't give her the room that was hers. And so he had married someone there, Faryal and Shahnaz. They shouted out, screamed out to me that your father. So I was just questioning them, and they started to say, so I also said that your father, Muhammad Jawad, is bringing. Anyways, so I was angry because they told me your mother is against my mother, and your father has gotten married in Singapore. And then his mother told me, no, your father had temporary marriages in Singapore. And my Abdul Hussain, asshole, Hassan Jawad Sajwani, says that both of them were wrong about this. Neither did I get married in Singapore, nor did I have a mutta. So he's saying that God knows where his mother heard his own mother lying to me in Dubai, this Jumeirah new house. Oh my God. And so Abdul Hussain himself, he says that both were lying. I don't know what he told my mother about the nightie that was in his bedroom in Singapore. This was Anju's. How could it be Anju's nightie? He told me that this massage lady used to have, you know how they smile, what do you call them, massages. So, and he even had Black Label alcohol. He told me that in the fridge, it was like finding a bomb in a fridge for me. I just opened the refrigerator and saw this thing, and I was like, oh my God, this is untouchable. You know, to touch this thing is haram, forbidden. So I called him immediately in the office. I found this, it's Black Label, it's alcohol. So he told me, no, it is his partners in Singapore. The partner that was sharing his apartment with him, a Pakistani partner of his. They had a penthouse, and with the remote control, the curtains would open and all that. So he said that with his partner, we didn't see the partner. I don't know, the Gokuls used to live in the same building, but they didn't say anything. My mother could have found out through the Gokuls, but she saw with her own eyes certain objectionable things in the apartment, like I did. So the way they're telling me that Abdul Hussain Mohsen Jawad Sajwani planned this thing of so in college also, and you know the car getting stolen, it was on my date of birth, the number plate. He got it stolen, Gilgiti, you know, the Gilgiti driver, Shia. I cannot understand how they are Shias when they can't even sacrifice, and they wouldn't even give us or anyone out there. Perhaps send some money and all, but it's not the money. that we need. It's the, having money and not having that, like you koi ehsan like they're giving us money, like, um, or something, without love, without care or ehsan jatana. We don't want that money from such people like Abdul Hussain, Mohsen, Iqbal, who snubs, uses people like my mother's uh, brothers in Karachi, and then when they come here, he would be snubbing them. So he was a bachelor, a snob. I I think that children, um, instead of telling others, his brother's child, he should have worked on himself. Imam Hussain doesn't need their fake, artificial, just to go for the. I heard that he went and he was walking, that walk nowadays in Iraq for the Arba'in. It doesn't seem like you are really walking. They massage your feet and, oh goodness. Well, their mother also used to go. The mother was a friend of Sayyid Bibi Habab, a Shia Sayyid from Linga, here in Dubai. And the mother used to take the abaya and go out to majlises. Where else would she go? I've never seen her go to a shopping mall unless it's in London, out perhaps, but here most of the time it was like majlis for her. She would go to this Imam Barka. They're ladies Muscati. So I wonder how, like, when she did all this to me, and we used to have Bibi Sakina's day. I mean,